This is also a story about a hand-me-down from my father, but it's not something that I could wear. It was a '94 Pontiac Grand Am. Yeah. You guys sound really excited for this story. I don't know. Well, maybe you don't, like me, maybe you don't know a lot about cars. So I received this as a college graduation present. At the time it was well used.
What color?
It was red, thank you for asking. Any other questions about this car yet? The driver's window didn't roll down for reasons that have always been mysterious to me. And that continued to be a source of frustration. But this was my college graduation present from my parents. My dad had driven it for some time, and I was moving to Rochester, New York. Hooray, Rochester! I needed something to get around, and so I used the car. It was a nice daily ride, and then it just kind of kept having problems, and I developed a very friendly relationship with a mechanic. And how I got there is a story worthy of tonight, but not the one I'm telling. And I became very friendly with these mechanics, doing hours of reading in their waiting area and hanging out with their Rottweiler. Anyways, at some point during my time there, I had the transmission rebuilt. Great. What a wonderful process that is, right? And about 7 months later, I was coming down actually to the Jersey Shore with some college friends for a weekend, just a nice 4th of July weekend. Everything was going to be great. I packed the car up, and I noticed that it had been having some engine sound problems, I'll call them, because that's what I know them as, engine sound problems. And my friend Joe had said, I think you have a timing belt issue. You should really get that checked out. It'll be a problem at some point. I said, okay, sure, I'll get that checked out at some point. And then I ignored it for some weeks and decided to drive to the Jersey Shore for the 4th of July weekend. So it's packed up. I've got a mountain bike to go to the shore. Don't ask why. I have food. My friends and I love just eating weird quantities of food at the shore. I have some liquor to take, just kind of all sorts of things packed up. And that week there had been some very bad rain in much of the Northeast. And so parts of what I normally would have driven down had been flooded out completely. I thought, okay, so I booked in a lot of time to deal with the flooding situation. I drove down, and the car had some challenges, or hills getting into Pennsylvania. I thought, okay, the engine sounds are troubling still. Great, okay. Well, it's hills. It's hot. It's like 85 degrees out. And then my car stopped moving at Hazleton, Pennsylvania. Hazleton, Pennsylvania is not a place that you want your car to stop moving. I called AAA. Tow truck guy came and said, "Oh no, I think you just need like an infant defibrillator or something to replace it." So, sure. He said it'll be quick, like $250, and you'll be on your way. Great. Okay. Thanks for that. He towed me to a Firestone, and at the Firestone they said, "Neil, we've looked at your car, and it only goes in reverse right now." Oh, okay. That's a bad thing. Yeah, okay, that's a bad thing. And they said, well, all right, well, you need to take it to a transmission shop, we're pretty sure. You could take it down to Michael's Brothers. And I said, okay, great. They said, we'll just get it towed there. Customer behind me in line says, no, you can't. Sorry, what? They're under 3 feet of water right now. Oh, okay, I will not get my transmission rebuilt there then. That seems like a potential problem. So they said, look, just leave your car here. We'll get it towed to somewhere that can take care of it. However, it is like Friday, a 4th of July weekend. It's going to be a while. So rent a car, meet up with your friends, whatever. Just get on your way. Thank you. So I pulled things out of my car. I left the bike in the car, for those of you wondering. But I walked into the Firestone carrying a box with liquor in it. And the Firestone employees just kind of looked at me and thought, and they actually said out loud, this guy knows how to party. Like, no, I'm sitting in a Firestone. And so I called a friend who was on his way down. He said, oh, I'll be there in an hour and a half. And an hour and a half passed. I said, oh, I'll be there in an hour. And another hour passed. And the Firestone closed around me, and they said, "Look, you've got something to drink. We have cable." The Discovery Channel was on, which was very interesting for the afternoon, and they let me close the Firestone for 4th of July weekend. And after several hours, my friend Chris very kindly showed up. Had gone several hours out of his way to pick me up, and we went along our way. And then 3 days later, I got a call from a transmission shop that I'd never been to, but they had my car. And they said, "Look, you can either get your transmission replaced, and that'll cost you about $4,000, or you can have it rebuilt, which will also cost you about $4,000. And I said, "Let's just have it rebuilt, because it's all the same to me." And they said, "Sure, that's fine. Just come pick it up tomorrow." And so, sure enough, I came back to Hazleton, Pennsylvania, picked up my car, and within a few months, it stopped working. So it turns out, if, like me, you know nothing about cars, just keep asking around, because something is probably terribly wrong with it. Thank you.